Namaste, Himaji. Welcome to the program.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Thank you.
We will just have a casual chit chat, like sharing some experiences and views. I don't know what to say first to introduce you, because I have seen you many times on the show, outside the show. You are such an adorable person, such a dignified lady. So I would rather like you to talk about yourself a little bit. Where do you place yourself as a musician?
Okay. First of all, Maniji, from my heart and soul, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction and the way you described me. It means so much, coming especially from a person who's so close to my Gurudev like you. So coming and introducing myself to you and saying a few words about me. Whatever I achieved as a singer, as a musician, came from definitely and completely and 100% is a blessing from my Gurudev Shri, who is my everything. And I think he only wrote my life. So there's nothing about me. It's everything that happened because of him, right from amazing experiences, which I see today as how he linked everything in my life and how he set it up for me.
So beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah. Please let me see. I'm yet trying to understand what is the real thing that you can you contribute to the world. I've seen you as a very successful popular singer and all different genres of music. I've almost seen you. I have one. It's not a doubt. That's my understanding about your music. You are learning Hindustani music as a base of your education and training. How much has it helped you in bringing out your other talents of music in different multiple genres? I would like to hear that.
Okay, Ji. See, it's like this. Of course, bottom line is everything. I'm not the doer in any way. Everything was set, as I said, by Gurudev. But as he set it, it's like this for the mind that he has given me. To me, that mind says that, when you want to be a singer, okay, I don't believe that necessary you need to have training. It's not absolutely necessary, but if it's there, it kind of adds as a decoration to the voice.
Masters of music have said this. I remember once Dr. Balamurali Krishna saying this: you don't need to learn music, you need to find your music. That's a beautiful thing that I ever cherish in my memories when I had an interaction with him long time back.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. But it does, like, it decorates a voice and talent which is already given by the divine. It decorates that, the training. Okay. And so I got trained amazingly by my teacher in school, a little bit in Western music when I was a child. Since I was a child, she was a great teacher, late Mrs. Sequeira. She believed in my voice since I was a little baby. Since I started school and since I started singing in school. And then, of course, I went into the Gwalior Gharana with first with Shri Sudhakar Karandikarji, and then with Pandit Vasantrao Kulkarni. Both were of the Gwalior Gharana, and I went up to Visharad first class. That I did. And
the world doesn't know all these things, right? You don't put it in your profile also. So it's good that I'm asking this question to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so, but what happened was a little diversion happened. If I was going to go to do Alankar, a little diversion happened. And that diversion was that I suddenly, when I was in college and I was going to be pursuing my Alankar in classical music, Indian classical, the Grand Prix happened in Germany. Would you have some time for me to describe that little bit there?
Please go ahead. I just want you to, bring out whatever comes to your mind, right?
So this is a very amazing thing that happened. That since I was a child, I want to tell you, Maniji, I used to tell everybody that मैं जहाँ भी जाती हूँ अच्छा होता है. Wherever I go, good things happen. People heal. Everything good happens. So when we went to Germany, I went with my father because my parents would not let me go alone anywhere. They would
Can you make me a little more? One second, Hemaji, we lost you. Hello. Can you hear me? Maybe a little closer. I have gone back to the. No, the frame.
Yeah, so that's why maybe.
One second, Hemaji, we lost you in between. Your connectivity went bad, I think.
One call.
Hello. Yeah, call came. Okay, yeah. Can you restart from the Germany thing?
Yes. So Maniji, it's like this, that whatever, since I was a child, there was this thing that wherever I went, good things happened, people healed, good things happened, good tidings came, people were happy. That was the thing I used to see, and I used to have this feeling everybody is my family. And that was a big tension for my parents and for my sister, and they were like, oh, she over gives love, there's too much of that. And I was always blissful. There was no stress in me ever. I was always
I can imagine that, looking at
that. Yeah, I was known. Even today, my sister says, you know anything that was happening, you were in bliss, she says. But that is because some connection is there with your guru from births. Even my astrology says, which I don't believe in these things like astrology, but the astrologer, a very deep person in Bangalore, said that your connection with your guru is very deep from births. So probably but then I went to Germany with my father, where I got this opportunity to participate in the 16th International Pop Song Festival in Germany. When we went there, I was like, there were two walls. There was the East Germany and the West Germany, And I said to my father, I've come here, this wall is coming down.
Oh, so how positive it is.
Yes, but my father said, my father had a little smile on his face and said, okay, theek hai. I mean, she's firing too much. She's just a teenager and she's just in college and, she's thinking too much. But then what happened was I won the Grand Prix there, amazingly, competing with 21 countries, representing India. I was also the audience darling, anointed by the audience as their darling.
Wow, wonderful.
Okay. I sang a German song also and an English song with little classical in it. Okay. And yes, and then when we, everything, it was, PTI had put it on all the papers in India and all over the world. On the front pages, they said in Germany, she came, sang and conquered. Wow. I have a magazine which says, yes, and okay, but nobody in India really knew me. They just knew me as that singer who won the Grand Prix. But when I came back, I kept telling my daddy, that wall is going to come down. And finally, within months, the talks had started for the wall to come down of Germany, to invite the two Germanys. So I was like, Daddy, I told you, that this wall is going to come down. But Manishi, there was something very great behind it. Even there, अपना जो मैं होता है, मैंने किया या मैंने, वो भी छूट जाना चाहिए, हम में से. So years later, when I meet my Gurudev and I know a little bit more about his life, I come to know that 6 months before I landed in Germany, he was there for the first time in Germany.
Okay.
And it was he who brought that wall down, not me.
Yes. So that is the connection.
Yes. And he brought me there because of some thing that I had done in many births behind. Sometime in my life, I did something.
I'm
So
sure
he
about
brought
it.
me there,
Sure
a girl
about
from a conservative family. Yes, my father was a doctor and a very, very known doctor in Goa, but we came from a very conservative middle class family. And suddenly I win the Grand Prix. Why does this happen? It happens because your guru has a path for you, you know, a
Yes.
mission, a mission, yes. So that's how it happened.
So your journey, uh, how do you treat your spiritual element in you, the spiritual spark in you with your musical journey?
Uh, when I was a little totally away from courses and spirituality as per se, because I always felt I had it in me. There was that little ankar, that I already have it in me. I'm full of God. So why? So I had to be literally coaxed into Art of Living to do the happiness course. So we were in Dubai at my sister's place, and she said, "You need to do it." Many people of Art of Living came and said, we were convinced. My husband and me were convinced. And when we did the course, there was one question that was very much deep in my heart that I needed to ask my teacher. If you'll know her, Rukmini Prabhakar
Yeah, I
was
know
my
that.
teacher.
I know.
Yes, and there was one. And after the kriya, everybody was in their own element of something they were feeling, and some amazing things were happening to them, and they were, in some kind of a different experience, each one of them. And I felt, no, I'm fine. Nothing happened to me. I walk with God. That little, like I told you, that thing is
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So, but I walked very tired, very exhausted, I felt. And I walked up to my teacher, Rukmini, and Gurudev's photograph was there. And I asked her, I have one question. So she said, what? Ask me. So I said, is there anybody in this world who can love like me? And she said, he will tell you. And she pointed to Gurudev. And she
Okay.
opened her arms to me, and I fell in her arms. And a girl who's always known as happy and full of life and was crying her heart out. And she held me. But that thing remained in my mind. And when I first met my Gurudev in the old ashram, if you remember, Maniji,
Yeah.
when I
Yeah, I
first met
remember.
him, and first,
I
yes.
remember you performing in the satsangs there,
Oh, how
amphitheater,
sweet. Thank you.
amphitheater
Thank
also.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was sitting, Bhanuma was there. I didn't know she was Gurudev's sister. I was sitting right next to her, and I looked at my Gurudev, and when the chance came to ask him, that time we used to directly ask, if you remember. And I said, we used to call him Guruji. I said, Guruji, I have a question. Can anybody in this world have that depth of loving like me? And he took his time, and he says, you be the candle,
Wow.
and you keep glowing. And he said, when you glow, your glow will sometimes fall on a wall where it will just remain there. It's okay.
Beautiful.
Sometimes it will be in a glass where it will go in and just move away. But sometimes it will be a mirror.
Beautiful.
And don't expect that the mirror will be there, but you keep being the glow. And you keep glowing. You don't stop glowing. And he took his time to explain, and that sunk in. But I'm still learning that.
Yeah,
I
that's what the guru element. That's how
Yes.
the guru element is important in everyone's life.
Yes.
To be like not even just a mirror. I would rather say to reach you back to yourself. You are lost in something else. Most of the time,
Absolutely.
that is when we get lost in
Yes.
life. Getting
Yes.
back to one's own self. That's so
Yes.
beautifully put. And your experience is a lesson to many seekers on the
Thank you so
path.
much.
And it's you really touching.
And,
So
and and since then, it's just been trying to get that oneness with the Lord. He's my
yes,
Lord.
yes, yes. So you mean to say your music has uh, taken you on the path of spirituality, as I can say, and then the guru is pointing the direction. putting you in the direction to reach back to yourself. That is what is happening, right? As I have to put it in my words.
The call again. I don't know how to put that off. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yeah.
No. I mean to say, your music has put you on a journey of spirituality, and the Guru has come in right time to show you the direction to get back to yourself, right?
Yes, the Guru was Gurudev was always there.
Yeah.
I was the one who must have, he must have wanted me to choose a certain path before I saw him personally,
Of course,
physically.
I
And
understand.
then, yeah, and I think he has been guiding everything. But as humans, we do try to do things ourselves at times. Try to choose this, choose that. But I'm keeping on today, reminding every moment to myself that is only he is the doer. He is the doer. We just do our karmas. We just do what we have to do. But everything is guided and placed by him.
Very
He
good.
has saved my life, by the way, Maniji.
Beautiful.
This physical life, mine, he has saved, and he has saved my husband's life today also.
Oh.
Yes.
So I wish we had a lot of time, little more time to go into your personal experiences on the journey. But I want to ask you certain things about your music again. I'm sorry about it.
Please. Yeah, that keeps me closer to my Guru than anything else is my music. And I hope to always be in
that is a connecting
all the
link
time.
that you have. Your heart. Your
Yes.
heart is connected through music with the master. And then your performances, if you have to think about the songs that you have sung in the Bollywood and in other stages, performance
Hollywood
stages,
also.
and
Yeah.
and what would you rate as your best so far, if I can ask you?
For me, at this point, my bestest performance is. Would you like to say the song only or the live performance also?
Anything put together.
My best so far definitely would be the recent International Women's Conference that happened at the ashram, where beloved Bhanuma herself said she's magic, and
Wow.
and Gurudev put a tweet for Humble Me that that
I've seen the tweet. I've seen the tweet. Yeah.
The word soulful coming from Gurudev is an award beyond even can't even go to how high that award is. It's the ultimate for me. I mean, coming from Gurudev, that word is huge, too huge, divine. And so, but everything was like, how do I reach Hollywood? When there are so many singers in Bollywood who are still singing in Bollywood, there was a reason why I left Bollywood after giving them the best songs. Sorry, he gave them my best songs from me. And I mean, they were all hits. All my songs were hits, but I just had to one day say, no, enough. I have to move. But how do I reach Hollywood then, when all of them are also trying? Everybody wants to go to Hollywood, and somebody invests in me. I mean, that's never happened in the history of India, where a singer has been invested by Hollywood into them, an Indian singer. And why does it happen? Because again, there's a mission. And then Tony Mercedes, who has been the publisher of the ultimate song, Maniji, Shape of You was the #1 song of the world, in 2018. And he won the Grammy for that. Okay. And he chose to do the song with me. He's telling me we have to do this very hip song and today's music and everything. And I told him, I'm coming, Tony, but I have to do a song that's Jai Gurudev. So he said, what do you mean? He said, I have to do a song that brings positivity into every mind. People should never be depressed. He said, but that doesn't bring money, That I said, we'll do the money part later, but as the first in Hollywood, it's not about money. It's about doing my duty to my Guru, And because it was me, he accepted, because he said, you're different from everybody else.
You're so honest, Hemaa ji. You're so honest. Many people don't express their feelings, heart feelings so openly,
Thank you, Ji. Thank you so much. Every word of praise that you're giving me just puts me closer to my Guru's feet, where I am and I want to be all my life. Just at his feet, as one flower that is next to his feet. That's all I've asked him. That is my wish from my heart.
Nice.
So then he goes up to the conference after the song is recorded, and when they asked him, Tony Mercedes, what it is that you saw in Hemaa Sardesai? And he says, I've worked with Shakira, I've worked with Pink, I've worked with all of them, but I respect her other
Wow.
than her.
Wow.
And yes.
What
And,
more? What more a lady like you can, you are an adorable lady. I have always,
thank you
dealt
so
with you
much.
with that reverence.
Thank you so much, Maniji. Love you. Yeah.
So what is that you want to do in thinking about the years to come? You are not. I want to believe like you have not come up with your best yet. So what is your journey forward?
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Maniji. That's very sweet of you that you are looking at something for me. But honestly, there was the need to make these songs that bring the one world family together. That's a very deep seated thing. It's very deep seated that, why there is a differentiation in humans, why the religion and the race keeps us apart. That's a very deep seated pain, So want to work on that, whatever life is slotted for me left in this world is that is the aim. My song is also ready for that and everything, and hope one day it
Wow.
helps in bringing Gurudev's dream, which is his dream is a one world family. His dream is to put a smile on everybody's face, and I hope in his little his girl can contribute in some way to that dream. That's what I'm living for now. That is the only
Wow.
reason I'm living.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that in you. When you are sitting in front of Gurudev for a song, I have seen you being like a child, like a very innocent and ignorant child who is just there in front of him like a flower.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I,
Gurudev only has done this interview to do. Thank you. I can't thank you enough.
yeah, I've seen that happening. Like a person like you, when you sit in front of Gurudev, you become a different. You know, your personality changes. I have seen that many times. The person that the world has seen on the stage, on the performance stage, and the person like Hemaa Sardesai as an individual, a devotee sitting in front of Gurudev, I have no words to uh, express what I have experienced. Like looking at you.
Love you. Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you
Such
from my heart and soul. Thank you.
so, so what uh, what is that you want to do now? Like I've seen you being a very charitable. You do a lot of charity. You do a lot of social service for the women folk. You have contributed a lot through your songs and your performances. What is that you want to do for the world uh, in the
Uh,
coming years?
what happened was, I'll tell you one small incident. Many years ago at Vishalakshi, when we used to have the satsangs, regularly there, I was sitting in the audience, and we could ask questions directly to Gurudev. And my turn came, and I said, about everything. So is there nothing in the world that we should be passionate about? And my Gurudev said,
Can
you
you
be
come again? We missed that one,
yeah.
the
Okay.
part, like there was a little
Yes. There was a
disconnect.
time
Was some problem?
Sakshi and can you hear me?
No, we were not able to hear you properly.
Now you can hear me?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
So there was a time when we were at
I think it's a signal issue.
and we used to. Can you hear me, Maniji?
I think you are from your end. There is a signal issue. Maybe it's getting disconnected.
Oh, okay. It's okay now? It's okay
Yeah,
now?
बीच में ठीक हो जाता है.
हाँ, अभी ठीक है? अभी normal
Yeah,
है?
now it's sounding good.
Okay, there was a time when we used to have these satsangs at the Vishalakshi,
Yeah.
Manda.
Yeah.
Yes, and Gurudev was sitting, and we could still ask questions directly. And at that time, I had asked is that you say that Gurudev, you say that everyone should be dispassionate in whatever they do. That's most. So, is there nothing we should be passionate about? And Gurudev said to me, he said, there is, he said. And he said, you be passionate about truth, you be passionate about justice, you be passionate about knowledge, and you be passionate about your guru.
Wow, great.
He said. Yes. And and amazingly, I have been following that path, and it became stronger since then. It became very strong. I have taken on formidable forces without any fear. I have taken on, cases where people have been murdered also to that level without any fear, because I know that I have the divine, my guru, with me. And since he has said, follow that path, sometimes my husband thinks I overdo it, but for me, it is what my guru said, be passionate about. So, I'm just doing my bit. They say on the Facebook, on the Twitter, and they say on social media that she is the most stark truth giving person, fearless, they call me. They said, you have a spine of steel. People have given me these compliments, but,
yeah,
but
see,
it's all,
fear and love don't coexist. If there is love, there is no fear.
Yes, like I said, the opposite of love, opposite of fear is faith, and one who has faith, which is love,
Absolutely.
he's fearless.
Correct. So that's what people are seeing in you.
Yes, God. Thanks to my Gurudev only. Yes.
Yeah. So can we hear a little bit of your music also, Hemaa Ji?
Sure. I'll sing.
Of your choice.
First. Yes, I'll sing you a 2-3, a little medley. Okay, Maniji.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, I'll start with Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. This is for my Guru first, Vandana. Then I'll sing a little bit of what I sang in Hollywood, which is something I sang with my Guru in mind to give positivity to everybody. So it goes, the power of love, shower in love, giving it forever, heart, body, and soul. Tell yourself 1,000 times, you're the winner. Yes, this one.
Beautiful.
And then one song that, and one song that I always sing for my Gurudev. And even if he's getting up like from his seat, I've told him, Gurudev, I have to sing this song for you. Please sit and hear it. And he has sat. So this is we sang it for the WCF also. Okay. Best compliment received for it was never seen devotion like that deep.
Wow.
So yes. Thank you so much. So लाल मेरे पथ रखियो भला झूले लालन सिंदड़ी दा सेवन दा सखी शहबाज कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर गुरु दा पहला नंबर दमादम मस्त कलंदर हो लाल मेरी हो लाल मेरी है
Wow, that's your masterpiece. I would rather call it as your Hemaji's masterpiece.
Thank
I've not heard a better version than that, anyways, because it's
Oh
full
my
of
God!
not only
Thank you so much.
celebration and masti that the song already has. You have added an element of devotion also. A lot of devotion. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maniji.
Okay, Hemaji, anything else? You have any?
Just thankful to be around Nisha ji and you souls like you, who are so full of love, so full of purity. You're really Guru's, my Gurudev's, part of him. And I'm blessed to have this interview with you. Really blessed.
Oh,
What a
nice.
beautiful
So
day today. Yeah.
brilliant. It was a brilliant sharing session, Hemaji. What you spoke, every
Thank you.
word rings in my ears like I've heard for many times, kind of. So nice to be
Thank you.
with you. Nice to have your time. Thank you so much. We'll connect again in
Pleasure was
future.
completely mine.
We'll connect again in future with some of these
Yes,
things. I would rather want you to sing more next time when we meet again.
I'm always with you and Nisha ji, and lots of love to you all. Your son sings so beautifully. Lots
Thank
of
you. Thank you.
blessings to him,
Please
and
bless him. Please bless him.
yes, lots of blessings, and may his path always be full of shining success.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your nice words also, Hemaji.
Thank you,
So,
ji. Jai
so nice.
Gurudev, and
Jai Gurudev.
yes, lots of love.